In this video, we're covering how to upgrade ACM in a replication and also hot standby configuration. So first thing you need to do is go to the Avigilon website, log in with your partner portal account, and go into the download section and find the version of ACM that you're updating. So I'm going to go ahead and do version 6. And then you can go ahead and select the version of ACM to download. So this is the upgrade file that you can download. If you're deploying a new virtual machine, you can do it right here by downloading this file. We'll be downloading that file right there. I already did that previous to this video. Also, it's a good idea to take a look in the release notes where you find the procedure to upgrade ACM in a replicated environment. So you can go over here, and here it is. It says a replicated environment, and this one is without hot standby, and is followed by replicated environment with standby and auto failover. So this is the description of the process. This video is going to go ahead and cover that. So first thing I'm going to do, log in the machine. I'm going to use the admin account to do that. And this is already configured for replication, so I'm not covering that in this video. If you need instructions on how to create replication or hot standby, we do have videos on covering that section. So let's go ahead and go here to appliance. I'm assuming that you already have backups. Make sure that you do backups before you do any update of the system. And then I'm going to go to the ACM appliance. So easy way to find out if you have 2 or 3 or 4 different appliances here because you're in a replication environment. The easy way to know which machine you are is the one that does not let you delete. So there is no delete button in the machine where you are right now. So that's that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And here comes the machine. So there's a couple of things you're going to need to do here. So first, I'm going to go ahead and look in the file, see my about screen. That's the version I'm running right now. I can go ahead in here and download the file. Go browse for that file. That's the latest version right there. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer. So this is going from my computer to the appliance. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Same time, I'm going to log into the other server. So I'm using a different browser for that. And I'm going to go ahead and log it in and do the same procedure. So this is my secondary server. So this, again, this is a replication environment that I am updating. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my ACM machine number 2. And I'm going to go here under the downloads and go ahead and do the same thing. Just go and look for that file and upload the file into the server. All right, now that the file is loaded, before I can start, I need to do a couple of things here. So I need to go to the replication tab right there. And you need to disable the replication on both or whatever many replication appliances you have in your system. So all of them have to be disabled before you do upgrade the system. So that's a very important part. So make sure that you log into the system, go into replication, disable the replication. So click there. You can leave the enable encryption on, that's fine, but disable the replication, save, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing in my machine number 2. I'm going to come here and just disable that, hit save, push that aside, and now that both machines are disabled, now I can go here to software update, go ahead and update this server. And here's my other server. I'm going to go over there. And under the software updates, I'm going to go ahead and execute that so we can update both of them. Okay, now that my update process has completed, I went back to the system, logged back in, and you get the license agreement here. So you want to click on that link. Read through the license agreement, and click in the accept and hit submit. So you need to do this for both servers. And then when that's done, then we can go ahead and look in the about screen here. You see the latest version in that in the time that I'm recording this video. So that's the latest version right there. Let's do the same thing in the other one just to make sure that everything logged in properly. Okay, great. Now that it's done, now I'm gonna go back to the replication and I'm going to enable replication here. Hit save. Go to my secondary server and do the same thing and save it. And if you want to test, make sure your replication is back on. One of the things you can do is just go into identities. This is a clean machine, so I just have one record in there. I'm going to go ahead and go into that record, and I'm going to go ahead and change something here. So I'm going to go ahead and add title. So let's do accountant. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now if I go to the second machine, go look in that same record, it should be already updated. And it is. So that means replication is back on, working properly. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to update ACM in a hot standby configuration. So here in the screen, I have two browsers open. Browser on the left is ACM1, so this is my primary server. On the left, on the right side here is ACM2. So this is my standby, and you can see the hot standby is checked on this one. So if you go to replication, we'll see that I have the replication here configured for systems 1 and 2. And here is the takeover, so I can take over in a hot standby here. So mine is not monitor check. So this means when you have this monitor check, it can take over automatically. In this example here, I'm not using automatic, so I'll have to go in here and manually take over from this system. And to show how this is working right now, if I go here to events, I have an emulator running that is generating traffic in this system. So you can see that is activities happening in here. I can go ahead and look here in the standby, and you see that this will have no activities right now. And you can see the activities going very well. So let's go ahead, and first step here that we need to do is, so we're going to update the primary, this one in the left. To do that, first I'm going to transfer, take control in the standby. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, go to appliance, select the appliance that I'm in, right there, number 2. And I'm going to go to replication. And I'm going to go here and say that I want to take over. So you're just going to click that, take over, and this will stop sending information. So that means now the controller is going to start to send information into the standby machine. So go ahead and do that. Click on that. That's all it takes. Now you in taking over. So now this system, my hot standby, is in takeover condition. So if I go here to the activities, let's do a refresh on this. I should be able to see some activities happening now. Should be able to see cards and configuration and other events coming in into this system. Let's click that events. There you go. So now I have the event. So now the controller is talking to the secondary and not the primary. Now that I have that, I can go back here to the primary and just go to appliance. Then go under my primary appliance, software update, and I'm just gonna go ahead and browse to it, get the latest. So this is the latest update from the day that I'm recording this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and click open on that, hit save. Now the file is gonna get loaded in the appliance, and then once the file is loaded, I can go ahead and just update it. Okay, now that the file has complete updating, loading in the server, I'm going to go ahead and just hit apply here, and this will update ACM. Once the update is completed here, then I'm going to follow the process to update it on the hot standby. So my appliance here just finished updating the system. So now I'm just going to wait for reboot. And once it reboots, this will come back live. And then I can go back to the second one again and fall back to the primary. So in other words, the activities that you see happening here on the second server will start to go back and start to record in the first server. And then I can go to the second server, the hot standby, and then update the hot standby. So that's the whole process. Please take a look in the release notes for the version that you're downloading for updates. There's always instructions in there on how to do this type of update. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait for this one to finish, and then we're going to go ahead and do the next one. Okay, so my primary server just finished updating and rebooting, so now it's back to the login screen. I'm going to go back and log back to it. And there's a license agreement. Make sure that you accept that before you do anything else. So go ahead and do that. And then I can go back here to the about screen, and this will confirm the version that I updated. Great, it is updated. Good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and push it back here to the event monitor. This should have nothing right now, so you won't see any new activities. So what I'm going to do is go back to the secondary server. So these activities that were just stopped in there. I'm going to go ahead and go to the secondary here. And go to appliance. And then go to the secondary server. And I'm going to fall back to the primary. Okay, so now the hot standby system here is in takeover mode. So that's why we see this fallback. So as soon as I click fallback, now all the activity is going to start to jump into the primary. Once I have that, then I can go and update the secondary server. So let's go ahead and do that. So click fallback. This might take a little bit of time. It might take a couple of minutes. And then this will start to, you start to see activities jumping into the primary server. Let's see, I'm just going to refresh here to see if it starts to loading data. So you want to make sure that before you try to do the update, that you see activities happening on the primary server. That means is in the primary row back again. Then once you have that, then you update the second server. And here it is. Now, once again, this is in a primary server role, so I have my primary server back online. And if you look down here now, is in the takeover position. So this means this now is in hot standby function. So now I can go back to software update and do the same process. Just go look for the file I downloaded. Should be somewhere around here. Here it goes. It is here. Great. And then just open the file, save it. All right, now that the file has been uploaded to the appliance, I'm going to go ahead and just click the action there. And this will initiate the update process. And that's basically it. All I have to do after that is wait for it to reboot. And then when it comes back, I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge the license agreement, and that will be it. Then the system is updated. Okay, my system just finished the update process, and I'm back in the login screen. Just going to go ahead and log back in. Acknowledge license. And I'm going to click in the about to check for the firmware. And yep, perfect. Version number is being checked and is now all my two systems are updated. And this is the process to upgrade a hot standby system.